Hello. Okay, we're live. Hi guys, welcome to this ShortComp 2021 Finalist live session where we are joined by 6 filmmakers who have joined our competition for this year and managed to make it through the finalist round. I guess we can call that. And right now their films are in audience category competition where it will end tomorrow. So highest view wins lah tomorrow. So you still have time, still have like around more than 24 hours to push your film a little bit more. So that's for your audience award. And juries will also come up with their decision tomorrow as well. So, excuse me. So, yeah, everything is gonna be decided tomorrow, and we can't wait to bring it to you. But enough of tomorrow's. Let's focus on today. Right now, we have 6 incredible filmmakers with us. First off is the filmmaker that did Just Shut Up, Prema. How about a small intro about yourself?
Hi everyone, I'm Prema. Okay, there's actually nothing much to talk about me. I saw this short film competition in Instagram and I just thought of like doing something. Initially, I wanted to do it for myself, but then just try my luck. I wasn't expecting it to be here as one of the finalists. So yeah, that's all about me.
Okay. The next one is the creator of Save Your Breath, Mugen.
Hello, I'm Mugen Narayana. I'm a freelancer, filmmaker. I have like 3 to 4 years experience in this industry actually, and I think that's all about this.
Pretty sure that's more lah. I mean,
Yeah.
okay. Later we'll find out more about you as like filmmaker and stuff lah.
Alright.
So next up is this this is a duo. So Wesson and Islam. Introduce yourself. The creators of Till the End.
So first, saya kami Wasan and I am a student of MMU, and right now I'm studying. I'm doing my second year, and Till the End actually was my first dialogue short film. So yeah, so not my best one. So we tried hard to do our best, me and Islam. Yep, that's all.
Yep, this is Islam. I'm from Egypt because I'm the only one not from Malaysia here. And yeah, I'm in the same batch as Visan, and this is like our second film together, working together. And yeah, I'm also a student at Multimedia University studying cinematic arts.
Okay, couple of film students here. Next up is Hari Ahmad, our Sarawakian entry for this competition.
Hello, my name is Hari. I'm a filmmaker based in Miri, and I think that's about it for me.
Okay. Like I said, a bit more. And then Devendran, the director of Reflect.
Vanakkam and hi everyone. My name is Devendran and I'm from Penang, and I'm a student, UMT student, studying marine biology. And Reflect is I just my friend chat about this short film contest, SC Films. So we just entered and we are here now. So thanks for this opportunity and thanks. That's all.
We do have one more filmmaker that's supposed to join us. That is Vignesh, who's the director of Conqueror. But unfortunately, he's not here with us today, is he?
Yeah, not in yet.
He's not in yet, so I hope I didn't miss anybody, right? I covered everybody?
Yep, everybody.
Okay, alright. Because I'm on both sides, I feel like I'm missing somebody out. Okay, so let's start with your films. I don't know which films to start with, honestly, because all your films are equally worthy of being talked about. You know what I mean? It's we at SE Films, we believe in storytelling, more than we believe in like technical competency or being able to like light a scene properly. I mean, it is necessary, but not for a filmmaker that has the bare minimum, which is something that all six of you managed to do very well. And I think if we want to talk about a film that is entirely like contained within itself, I think we have to talk about Just Shut Up. So, Prema, Just Shut Up. How?
Okay, I think I was just sitting and I was thinking what I can actually do all by myself. And I have to come up with something that I can shoot without anyone around. And then, I don't even have a tripod, so I have to really think about something that easy to shoot. And since I was serving quarantine, I thought that maybe I should be doing something that I actually been doing inside a room. But if I did it, it would be more like a vlog. And then I guess since I was all alone and then I was reading a lot, then somehow it brought me to depression, that topic, and I noticed that not everyone willing to talk about it. So I was like, why not? Since depression is a topic that not everyone really ready to open up, and also we don't really know how to react to those who ever been like try to pour things out to us. Like sometimes we tend to say those words that we are not supposed to tell them. So I was like, okay, maybe I should just do something to create more awareness, and that's how Just Shut Up happened. Actually, okay, the title sounds quite rude, but I guess that's the most suitable.
I was gonna say
I
that
can ever think about it.
because when the moderators were watching it, they're like, oh, okay. So they just watched it quietly because the movie said, just shut up,
I was like, yeah, I wanted to name it like noises, voices, but then it's like it wasn't okay. So I was like, I was just talking to myself. Then I decided, what, just shut up. I was like this, exactly like this. They're like, not bad. So the shut up is not only for my voices, but it's also for those whoever doesn't know how to react or how to really handle those people who are going through this hard time. Yes, so it's like 2 in 1.
The interesting comment that moderator gave about this film is that it's a self-portrait. Not many people do a self-portrait. So, was that the intention?
I think honestly, I had no choices left. It's all about me, and I don't really can ask anyone's help because I was serving quarantine, as I said. So yeah, so I have to do everything by myself, even about the voiceover. I think the hardest point was to make myself to believe that I actually can act, like I can do things in front of camera, and I'm okay to see my face while editing. Okay, I think that's the hardest point. And I was even asking my mom, Mom, do you think people gonna watch my face? So I think that's the hardest process for me. And then after I'm done with the video, I sent to 2 of my close friend. After get their reaction, and I thought that maybe I should just proceed with it. I think it just happened just like that. I just want to do it, then I just go for it. But obviously for the script, I did a bit of research so that people can actually, whoever gonna watch it, they can connect in somehow. It's not only for me or to those whoever know me, but it's also for those whoever going through the same pace as me. Yeah.
Okay, we have the sixth filmmaker in right now, Vignesh. Great timing. So Vignesh, hi. Thank you for joining us today. Vignesh is the director of Conqueror. So a little intro about yourself.
Hello everyone, my name is Vignesh and I'm from Kiev and I'm Unimas student lah, University Sarawak, Malaysia. Yeah.
Alright, okay. Hang in there because I'm gonna get to everybody first. Just slowly talk about their films first, and then we can start talking about like the little details and stuff lah. Okay, next up, thank you Prema. Next up, I think I should jump all the way to the other spectrum. I talked about like containing and like shooting with like nobody's help. I want to go to the other extreme, which is I think would be three films in particular: SYB, Maun, and uh, Reflect.
Reflect.
Yes. So I want to start with Save Your Breath, or SYB. So it's a very well shot film.
Thank you.
It's incredibly well shot. It's well lit. The sound design is very nice. So explain your process. What's the driving force behind that?
Okay. First of all, I would like to thank Hari Mahendran, my friend, and he's the music composer of this short film. Because even before SYB was taken into account, we were actually wanted to do another short film for another competition actually, but because of MCO, we couldn't really make it because it was something big for us. And then because of that incident, because we were this close to make it happen actually. So what happened was the whole team went depressed, especially me. So what happened was Hari Mahendran, he came in and he motivated us in his style, and he gave us an idea of doing of venturing a new genre, which is not my cup of tea, which is horror, and somehow we pull it off with a lot of struggles, basically. And with due respect of Hari Mahendran, we would have not done this short film without his guidance.
Okay. So how long did it take to make this film?
Probably one day.
One day to shoot this thing.
Yeah.
Post?
That's a long process
Yeah.
actually.
I can see.
That was really a long process because the film was actually longer than the one you're seeing right now. It went from one draft to a second draft to a third draft to a fourth draft until the seventh draft. And at a point we just scrap it and keep it for some time because we wanted to do it more better. And we had this idea in changing the editing pattern and shortening the film, shortening the narration, and I think that's about it.
Yeah, it's crisp, the editing. I would call it that's the word, crisp. Speaking of like shortening narratives, there's I think the shortest film I think is Reflect, 4 minutes only to like just say that. So I really want to ask Devendran about his thought process. Was it initially that short, or was there longer? Like, is there like a background story of the ghost, or?
Okay, vanakkam and hi everyone again. Okay, about Reflect, the duration, right? 4 minutes. It's actually okay. When I thought of the story, when I think about the story, when I read the script, and I know that it is a 5-minute script. And I, first of all, before that, I would like to thank a few people here before let me talk about the duration and Reflect. My collaborative partners. Actually, we joined hands with two different productions. It's like two different brothers. Visual Shot and Dandelion Productions. I would like to thank Kishan and Rovitran for this because they were technically they made our short film technically stronger. So When I narrate the whole script to the Kishan brother and Ravitran brother, they said that this is not a 4 minutes or 5 minutes short film. It is more than that. It's like a 8 minute short film, because what we focus in Reflect was not not it's not like just jump scare scenes or scary scenes. So it's not that kind of horror short film. It's like more to concept. When you see that, it's like more to a concept. The word reflect, right? Everything in that movie is somehow related to the word reflect. So it's like I want to stick to that concept, the word reflect. So in that but I mean in 5 minutes time, I know it's that difficult to give something which has a lot of elements in that, and also it has concept which it didn't run off out of the concept. So you asked about the time, right? 5 minutes. When I initially wrote the script, it is 5 minutes short film. So I know that we can edit this, we can shoot this and make it into a 5 minute short film. So yeah, it is a short film.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is a short film.
I mean, it's like to get to a short film competition. It has to be short, lah, kan? Yeah, you are right. It is a short film. One of the moderators was actually really impressed by the length of your film and the way you carried it. It was because one of our moderators, let's say this person does not like their time wasted that much. They got really angry.
Yeah, that's true. Actually.
They got really angry at one film. So, not your films, by the way, not all six. Those one got DQ already. So, like, and that person really appreciates that you could tell the story in such a short time. There are some people who actually enjoy very short films, right? And there is a group of audience for that. So speaking of reflect, the concept of reflect, I have seen a film where it's roughly not similar, but it's basically they're using the reverse camera of a car to see 30 seconds into the future. So he sees something like in his reverse camera, and like something's happening to him, so he goes out to check it and everything. So how did you get the concept of reflect? Because I couldn't ask this question to that filmmaker.
Okay, so basically, MCO time, so we need to shoot in a closed area. So I had only two choices: one inside home or inside house, or maybe somewhere it's like a closed area. For example, car park. You don't have any disturbance. You won't have any disturbances. So when I thought, before I write the script, I was planning. I was selecting the location for that short film. So when I got, when I said, okay, I can shoot in the car park, in a basement car park. So then I started to do something with the horror story. Then I was, there's a very famous saying, "Karma is a boomerang." Everyone knows about karma. So that is where it started. Karma, to talk about karma, but in a different way, in a very much different way. So we changed that saying, "Karma is a boomerang," to "Karma reflects hard." In that sentence, there's a word reflect. So it's like a circle. We are somewhere coming around in the same thing. So that's the concept actually. So the reflect. So basically you choose a car park, and you have already chosen the script genre. You have already chosen the concept reflect. Now in a car park, what more you can have, like cars, people, something like that. So what else I can do with the cars? Something like that. Initially we had a chasing kind of scenes, and then technically we are not we couldn't do that, so we came up with a static car positions where it's reflecting the something like that, sticking to the concept.
All right. So thank you so much, David. And now we move to Hari's film. This one, I think this is it's fully exterior, and it's one location, the beach. And I think it's quite smart that you went outside and the beach is one location, right? So Ma'un is, I would say it's a very spiritual journey. It's something that I think, to be honest, I didn't get it when I first watched it the first time. I think all of our moderators didn't get it for the first time they watched it, but they knew there was something there, so they gave it another chance. So, what is the idea behind Ma'un from the words of the filmmaker himself?
Uh, Ma'un for me is like when I first thought of it, because I came across this one quote. I was like scrolling through Twitter, and it says like if you want to kill yourself, throw yourself into the sea, and you can see yourself fighting to stay alive, because you don't want to kill yourself, but you want to kill that person inside, that something inside of you. So from this quote, I got inspired to do a suicide attempt short film, but it also includes hope as well. So I think that's the idea behind the film, and yeah.
So, how long did it take to shoot? Because it wasn't easy. I can see that, to shoot that film.
Actually, this film took us 3 days of 3 different weekends because I'm taking everyone's time from their day job, and weekends are the only time that it could be done in one day, but in 3 days, because since we're shooting outdoor, and especially the beach, so it is quite unpredictable. So there's one time the tide was too high, and then there's one time the beach was suddenly filled with uh, wood chips from the loggings, and then this one time it was raining as well. So it depends on the weather, actually. So it took us 3 days.
Well, were the cast angry at you for like the scene in the water?
No, actually they're fine with it. Actually, it's quite a fine experience for us. Actually, it is quite challenging shooting in the water. We have our DOP like holding the camera, fighting the wave as well, and of course the camera is it's not something that's very cheap, you know.
Yeah.
So especially with salt water, if
Oh.
it hits the camera, and then the camera's gone.
The end.
So we have to be very, very careful. But the cast seems to enjoy the scene. So yeah.
It's
But we didn't, as crew, we didn't.
there's a liability lah kan. Something happens. Yeah, I understand.
Audio things.
So it was a very small crew, wasn't it? Like, as for like something like a shot on a big like a location, like shooting in a location like a beach. It seems like when you look at a film like that, it looks easy, but it's actually not. There's a lot of dangerous things that you kind of have to consider. So you went in with a small crew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So we had around 4 people in total. One is my AD, and another one is my DP, and then there's me. So basically, everyone have multi roles, and I just asked a friend to take some behind the scene pictures for us, but he was really acting as a production assistant instead of a photographer. So we get the help that we can get. So yeah.
all right. Thank you so much, Hari. All right, now we have the last two filmmakers with us. There's a reason why I'm putting these two together is because this is a theme of family and love, in a way, and so first off, I think I should ask Vasan and Islam to talk about the film Till the End. How is it born? Let's say, like, how did it come to the creators' minds, and how did they, since it's a pairing, how did you guys work together to figure it out?
So, it was pandemic time, and then it was like a small. It started as a small assignment of our subject, and then with lots of rules, like that was pandemic time, so cannot go out. It was early stages of it. Even there was no vaccine at that time. Very strict SOPs, so we cannot go out. So we have to write a script that they can shot inside at one location. So I decided to observe my parents and then come up with a script about them, and then the script writing process, after lots of consultation with my lecturer, then I watched a few films, like Ozu's films, like Dead Spring, Tokyo Story, and then Christmas in August, to get the idea of family subjects or the couple subjects. And then after I came up with a script, then I team up with the team. The team already with Islam is already like in the beginning already, like we already team up with the team, and they're only 2%. So yeah, then Islam came all the way from Johor to my house, and he stayed here like for a month, I don't know, or more, to shoot. It took like 4 days to shoot. The cast is my own parents, so directing them is the biggest challenge for me. They are new to they're not professional actors. Other than that, the crews only do, like I said, and then we have to take care of everything, like from lighting to production design, and the camera done by Islam, and even sound. Like a lot of scenes, like we put the boom, like we place one place, and then we go away from it with the camera. Then we press the button record, and then we go away looking at the camera. So it's very tough actually. Yeah, Islam, something.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, it was a different experience in a film set. Two people doing everything, as he said exactly. Like sometimes we both have to care about lighting. I reflect the light, or he diffuse it, or something like this. So we have to hang the boom mic on something. So yeah, it was a bit challenging, but I think it was nice because I guess we had a good communication set, so it was a different and good experience.
So the shots, and since it's just two of you, the shots and the script, was it done on the spot, or did you guys have a plan before you go start shooting with that?
We had some test shoots. The pre-production was not very planned, because I was here in my house and then Islam was there, and then he came like few days ago before shoot, so we done few practice only like few days ago, like 3 or 2 days, to do some test shoots, test our lights and cameras before we go into productions. So so it wasn't the pre-production wasn't like very planned one, so a very very bad pre-production we had actually, but it was a good experience, like on set we learned a lot of things, and the connection with the cast, between not between me and my parents, but with Islam and my parents, they had a very good connection, and then sometimes Islam go and talk to them like how to do this and do that instead of me, yeah.
And Vignesh, yours is also one location, there's 3 people, kind of story. Your thought process behind that, and what drove you to make that story in the first place?
Alright, first of all, thank you for choosing my film for the finalist.
No worries.
And I really appreciate it, and I really enjoyed all the films, and till the end I really enjoyed the film very much. Okay, about my film, it's really about my home situation, because my brother, he used to play PUBG, and then I just wanted to make a film about that because he really loved to play what he liked. And then as a brother, it's really made me worried that how a guy can stay with in a phone for a long time. And then I felt that, okay, why not, this film is really about my final year project, so when I'm doing my final year project about 3 or 4 months before, it was really a strict lockdown, right? So we can't shoot out. So at any point we need to finish the final year project. So my thesis is all about thriller film, the sound cinematics in thriller film. So somehow I need to finish the final project. So I made this film. Okay, why not? I like overruling my brother, and then at one point like he is stressed out and he killing me. So I thought it was a illogical, like how can a brother kill another elder brother? But when I researched and I saw that in India, there was a case that he killed his sister for not giving to play his PUBG game lah. So and then okay, I thought that this is okay. There was a case that a guy killed his sister for not letting him to play game. So why not we start from that? So that's where the Conqueror has happened.
The thing that is scary about this is that it's not just about PUBG or just video games. I think when we are growing up, we probably felt that with some superior figure of us, and that's probably something that you want to do something but they take it away from you and you kind of just feel angry about it. And that's, I think, am I speaking for everybody when I say everybody has felt that before? Is it just me? No. Okay. so so yeah, I can see Mugen is like nodding there. I'm not gonna. So like, yeah, that's a scary thing about it, because we actually have thought about it. It was in the back of our heads, and Conqueror is like taking that thing that was in the back of your head and putting it front and center. It's like this can happen, this has happened, this will happen, and that's a scary thing about Conqueror. And I like the title as well, as Conqueror, and like it's what it is, like PUBG Conqueror. I personally don't play PUBG that much. One of the moderators told me Conqueror is from PUBG, so
Yeah,
that
it's
makes
highest
sense.
rank of PUBG.
Yeah, so yeah, it's incredibly scary. Not as scary as like Save Your Breath lah. Save Your Breath was couldn't can't watch it. Save Your Breath sound design was so good, I actually had to like take off my headphones. It was that good. Scary. Okay, so we have 6 different films with 6 different how to say, the way and the things that pushed you guys to make these films are very, very different. I noticed that none of you guys did the film for the competition, which is great, because you don't need to wait for a competition to start making a film, right? And it just so happens like most of you said, it just happened, because yeah, that's somehow that's how things are. It just happens, this just happens to be a short film competition that meets all the requirement that you guys shot your films, so it's just coincidence, and all 6 of your films have very different unique scenarios where these films are being made, right? And I think that's why we can see six very different films. And as filmmakers, I'm sure that you guys have watched the other films. What is your favorite, and why is it your favorite? And is there any question that you would like to ask that certain filmmaker? I guess I'll go backwards now. Vignesh.
Thank you for nominating me first. And I would like to tell that actually I'm using my data, so anytime like I can lose connection.
Okay.
Because, yeah, so I watched all the 5 films, and I really love till the end, because it's really touched my heart. And then currently I'm slowly falling in love with slow cinema. So I'm not sure that the director really meant that to make a slow cinema, but for me the film was a slow cinema film. And I really loved that the opening shot, like how the husband and wife making the kacang, and then they having the discussion. So I really fall in love with that film, and then especially the mom character when she tell that the doctor is very busy, and it's really show the reality, like how like how to tell that the generation, like once they get married and how they are not to say that they are forgetting their parents, but then it's like how they getting busy and they not giving the proper attention to the parents once they left the house. So yeah, I really enjoyed watching till the end.
Actually, I have to add to that because one of the things that I don't know if this was intentional. It probably is intentional. Because the first frame was the crooked photo frame. I remember thinking like the photo frame is crooked. What? It was like, oh, the photo frame was crooked. My OCD is killing me, right? Why is this photo frame crooked? Why is like, because the photo beside it is straight. This one is crooked. So I'm like, why is I actually thought like the DP didn't notice it, right? I was like, oh, okay. And then at the end when they actually corrected it, I was like, ah. So I was supposed to notice that. Okay. Yeah. So it's very good visual storytelling as well. And the fact that people, if you have like severe OCD, you will notice the first frame. You will notice the first frame, like, oh, it's off. It's off like a lot. So yeah. Wesson, since you got the compliment from the creator of Conqueror, you have a compliment to give on your own, or?
Yeah, thanks, man. Finish. You are like one of a few people like till the end. Like, because lots of people, like when they watch it, like, yeah, there are people they say, oh, yeah, it's a wonderful story, and there are people saying, what the heck, they don't understand the story. So that's okay. So, because this some films they are meant to them, like. So yeah. By the way, thanks to Vignesh, and I watched the film Conqueror. Yeah, I watched actually all of your films, and yeah. Coming back to the question from Tiago, which film I like the most is definitely Maun. I know it's kind of, just now me and Islam was chatting. Islam was saying Maun is like kind of like film festival artistic film.
Arts and crafts
so, yeah.
film.
Yeah. It's shot very very different with the use of black and white, and then the color later on, the color, and then the use of dialogues. Plus the use of location actually used very well, location. And yeah, that's it. I enjoyed actually Maun. I love the film very much.
Is there a
Yeah,
question you would like
very
to
well.
ask, Harry?
Question. No, just a compliment. Yeah.
Alright. Harry, what about you? What is your favorite film, and you have any question for that filmmaker?
I'm not saying this because he complimented me, but actually my favorite film was Until the End. Till the end. Because I watched all 5 of the other films, and I think like his film is, how to say it, it's my cup of tea. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of slow cinemas, and I really enjoy the realism in the dialogue. Nothing too over and nothing too under. But in the short film, it just shows like how we talk in our everyday life. In some films you can see like overacting or over expressiveness of emotion, but then I feel like Till the End is very very realistic, and I really like those kind of film. Reminds me of any Wong Kar-wai dialogues, like In the Mood for Love or Fallen Angels, and etc etc. So I really enjoy that film. As for questions, I don't really have questions for them. But then it's very very good film. I really liked it.
Okay. Alright, Devendran, what about you?
Hi. I would like to say, everyone did their in their own flavors, and everything was every short film was so good. But my favorite is, I would like to say, Save Your Breath, because I like horror films, and I like the color of that film, and I think the way they narrate the story. I mean, the way they the background, like for example, the voice from the radio, is like it's more creepier than the actual background score. The way she talks in that radio, it's like, of course, somehow without noticing, you will eventually feel. I mean, I would say addicted to that voice. Like for example, you will give more concentration on that radio voice because it's the way she talks. That's the important thing. Moving into that film. So I'd like to say that it has all the scary elements, like for example the color, the act, the expression, the music, the voices from the voice from the radio, and of course her expression. The actor did very well. And yeah, coming back to the color, I like the color of that short film so much. And it's like, even I was afraid to watch that short film. I was like closing my eyes at some of the scenes. Then I want to watch it, I mean, fully. So I watched, I mean, I think I watched 3 times just to for that voice in that radio. I don't know, I'm addicted to that voice in the radio. The way she talks, it's like more natural and scarier. Yeah, that's all.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, as Save Your Breath does have very very good sound design. It really scared the crap out of me. One of our moderators was actually really afraid to watch it again, and so yeah. So we come to the director of Save Your Breath himself. What is his favorite film?
Okay. My favorite film. It is Mount, because I like the way it portrayed itself. I'm not really a fan of art films, but because I watch all kind of films like commercial and art films, right? But this film actually pulled me. Starting from the poster, it actually grabbed my attention, and then when I watched the film, it's like it's trying to tell me something. So I think I like Mao. Yeah.
Yeah, which is very funny. Which is exactly what I said just now. That film has something. It's like it makes you want to watch it again, right? Like when you watch it the first time, it's like, okay, and then like when it finishes, you're like, oh, okay, there's something to this. I think I might have to watch it again. And you watch it again, it's like it gets better for some reason. So I have no idea how he did that. How did you do that?
I don't really know. I think it's just. I think I just do what I like to do, and I think, yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's very nice. And Prema, your favorite film?
Okay. I think everyone's video was unique in their own way. But my most favorite, as most of us said, is Mount. Because I like your shot. Initially, I never really understand what you were trying to say. And that's what made me to rewatch it again. So yeah, I mean like how you did it. So everyone said they rewatch it again to understand. I really like it. Like if you really want to understand, you have to rewatch it. I like your colors. I like how you really use that the way how you showed your scenes. And then I like Save Your Breath also. I mean, from each of your videos, right, I like something. So for your Save Your Breath, I like the colors. I like the cinematography. Of course, the sound design as well. That's the first I've been among all of our video, right? I watched yours first. Then for Reflect, that's my. I like it personally because I always want to shoot in a car park, but I never really had the idea. So yeah, I like it because of that. For Tonka, I think everyone can relate it to your story. Everyone went through that kind of stuff. Like we will be doing something, and then someone will be asking us to do, that kind of emotion. So it was very realistic in your script. And for till the end, right, that one was, I think everyone want that kind of relationship. So it's more about it's a dream kind of script. So yeah, that's all about it. So I like everyone's video.
Yeah, like I said, six very different films, six unique filmmakers, and just because like for example, Harry likes Till the End, that doesn't mean that your other films are not good. You know what I mean? Like it's
That's
it's
very true. That's very
it's
true.
yeah, it's what makes us it's what makes us human. We have preferences, right? We have preferences, like we have certain things that we like to watch, we have certain things that we don't like to watch, right? For example, like I don't I think like Mugen, I personally don't like art films as that much as well, because some art films, oh my god, they really waste your time. Sorry to say. If you're a fan of art films, sue me, right? They really take your time and they just go like all over the place just to say like, hey, this is my, like, personal thing. I think Maun is a good example of art film done artistically without wasting anybody's time, because I think the problem with modern art films is that filmmakers take it upon themselves to they take themselves way too seriously. I think that's what that's what I feel, the trend with the modern art films, and it's kind of refreshing to see that, hey, there is still some art films that are not old school, but has the spirit of what an art film is supposed to be. And like uh, like Victor said just now, slow cinema and everything. Yeah, Till the End is a very good example of slow cinema. I think he mentioned Ozu just now. Vasan. Yeah, he mentioned Ozu. Yeah, yeah, it's a very good inspiration for a like slow cinema film. And we have commercial films as well, horrors, like SYB and Reflect and everything. So it's great to see that we can enjoy this much variety to films, right? And that's what makes filmmaking a little bit special than other things, I would say. So, yeah, I've been talking a lot since just now. YB, which is Kavita, do you have anything you want to talk to them? Like,
Yeah, actually, I have some questions for all of you. I think first I will go with Maun. I'd like to ask Hari, why did you choose black and white instead of just showing it in color instead?
Uh, I wanted to show the different dimension that they live in, although it's like one location, but then they live in different dimensions. So actually, me and my friends argue about the black and white thing. He said that it should be all colored, or either all colored or all black and white. But then I really want to show the differences, because the black and white is somewhat like spoiler alert if no one has watched, but the black and white is somewhat like an afterworld kind of
Okay.
kind of vibe. Yeah, so I wanted to show that because yeah, just to show the dimension differences.
Mhm.
And yeah,
And why did you choose the crab that is at
I
the
was gonna ask that. The ketam.
yeah? Why
Yeah.
the crab?
the
I-
crab.
Sorry, I actually have a better
Yeah.
question. How hard
Okay.
was it
Yeah.
to block that ketam?
We actually hired a crab for this. We tra- no. we trained.
Wow.
Yeah, no. We didn't train a crab. Actually, we have 3 shots of the crab, and all the 3 shots is actually different crabs. Yeah, but
Okay.
then we make it look like it's the same
It's the
crab.
same
But
crab.
then
Yeah.
yeah, basically it's just to show a journey that crab, because you live in a big the beach, right? So no matter how far you go, the crab will still go back to its home, something like that.
That's nice.
And yeah.
Thank you, Ari. Thank you for sharing that. So, I think before we lose Vignesh, so the star cast of this film, I would say, the boy there. So, how did you manage to is this someone of is this boy your relative or a friend? How did you manage to train him to act that way and to show that facial expression, that frustration throughout the movie?
Thank you, Aka, for asking the question. And he is my brother. He is
Okay.
my youngest brother, and he's been acting from acting from he's 7 years old. Because I started to make some short films when I was 19, if I'm not mistaken, 19 or 20. Sorry, 19, yes. 19 years old, I was making some short films. And I used to bring him to act because uh, uh, I have no one except my own brother. So whatever story that I think that I will always relate to him because the
Okay. So
only one card
Still going.
that I can manage to bring is only my youngest brother. So and yeah, he's been acting from his. If I'm 19, he's 9 years old. Yes. Yeah. From my the age gap is 10 years different for me and my last brother. So I think for him acting is like yes, Aka, I thought you.
yeah, Vignesh, actually your line is breaking, but I think we could somewhat say that so you've got your brother as the actor, and you've also like you kind of like trained him because through all your short films that you've done before. Then I would say like usually when we are doing something small, if we want to produce something, the closest person we can reach out to is someone from our family members. So they will be our first victim to be in the camera. And yeah, so please do convey our wishes to your brother. So we thought that 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 face he showed, when someone like he's busy playing game. So I guess you also shared. I think this is somewhat like that's what he has been doing. So I think it was easy for him to just portray that character. So that was nice. Thank you, Vignesh.
Also, one thing I like to
Thank you, Aka, and I am yes, no.
so one thing I want to like clarify here is that the YouTube comments for Conqueror is turned off because there was a child in the video, not because we turned it off lah. So yeah, that's the thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a problem actually.
We tried turning it back on, but YouTube switched it back off again. So it's kind of
Yeah, sorry about that,
Yeah.
Vignesh.
Yeah, no problem because I was like some people asking me why we can't comment in the section, so that's okay. I think that's for a good reason. We believe in that.
We were actually looking forward towards the comments actually, but unfortunately we couldn't hear it from the rest. So next person I'd like to ask is Prema. So Prema, like just shut up. So how did you manage to come up with a script that you thought from the beginning till the end? So when I was watching it, I was like, oh my god, just shut up, because like all these voices inside your head, that's what people would go through. Because you can't really like shut up those voices inside your head. How you manage to just put out the script, because it told the entire story, the struggle that you went through, and also at the same time it shows the depression side of it as well. So how did you manage to fit that lengthy script to that video?
As I said earlier, it just happened. I think maybe because it's truly the things that I want to share with people. It's not completely 100% based from my own experience. It's also from the stories that I've been hearing from my own friends, or the articles that I've been reading. Okay, so as I shared before, I did the storyboard first, then I shoot, I edit, then only I started to write what I really want to say. Which one would be okay, which one shouldn't be. I really writing in this script. So yes, I actually went through quite a number of articles. I watched a few videos about those people who decided to talk about the depression, how they feel, and I only picked those that are actually quite common, so that when people watch about my video, they can actually feel connected. And my video is not okay. I need to accept the fact that not everyone is going to understand what I'm trying to say. It's not for everyone. It's those who trying to understand depression, and we have to accept the fact that there are people out there who have no idea about depression. They might not even know that they're actually going through depression. So by looking at my video, watching my video, maybe they can understand that they need help, or or those people who are trying to understand depressed people. I just giving them, okay, this is how we feel, something like that, because it is very very hard for us. Okay, let me just put us for us to explain the things they're going through. It's and obviously it's very tiring as well. And for us to trust someone, to choose to pick someone to talk about it, it's already hard. But when they are giving us negative comments, or saying the things that they shouldn't be saying, it's really shutting us off, asking us to be quiet. So, as I mentioned way earlier, this is something to just create awareness. So I was just watching videos, and articles. I would say the articles helping a lot to come up with this. And I just record my voice using my laptop. It was just like one take, and then I was like, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna do it anymore. I don't want to lose my momentum. And it's something that it's not easy, I would say. I can't really ask anyone and accept anyone else to understand it better than me.
Yep.
So I just thought that maybe this video should be all about me. So I have to do everything by myself to make it more related to
Yep.
whoever being in the same boat as me. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Prima, for sharing that.
Welcome.
Next,
Anyway,
let's,
Akak,
yeah.
thank you so much for asking me to join. Thank you.
Yeah, so Prema, so when I saw her when she was creating something, so Prema's actually my college junior. So when I saw her creating something, so I was like, hey, so what are you doing? What is this about? So I thought, why not? Why don't you just submit it? But it wasn't her initial idea, so I just suggested, so why not you just submit, you know? So yeah, and I also didn't expect for it to be selected as the top 6. So congratulations for that.
Thank you.
All right. So next up, like to let's talk about save your breath. So for how did you get this idea? Because so I read one of the movie trivia is that it was the story that is actually being told in the radio is actually somewhat from actual events. So was it that you have personally experienced it, or you have heard it from another person?
Actually, I have experience in the stories. Yeah, it was actually 2 stories, so I just combined it to one in the narration process, and then I write another story and just merge it to one. Actually, what my thought process was, I usually have this visual in my mind. Basically, no matter what kind of story it is, I usually have this visual. And the first thing that came to my mind was this radio, and it really bothered me.
Okay.
And it stopped until I write the script.
Mm-hmm.
And the incidents that happened to me was one was at the Sabah Bernam, and another one at Penang. So yeah, that's it.
Wow. So hearing this part is like it is quite creepy, right? See, so he have experienced it personally, and you made it into. I think it's very creative, you know. So I like the part where you actually people actually watching it. So she's listening to this radio show, and then when you are carefully listening to the words that even that person who was in the radio show, she's sharing that whatever she's sharing and it's similar. So that's what people were focusing even more. Oh, okay, so it's happening to her as well. So I like that part of it. I think that was very creatively done, and I must say that the sound design was done extremely good. So I think you should do convey our wishes to your friend Hari Mahindran.
Yeah.
And I think that I know that most filmmakers, they have gone through struggle, and you have gone up to, it's like you don't want to make films anymore. Please, please, just don't leave that thought outside. Okay, so just continue making films. Even if it's going to be as small, the tiniest effort, at least you're making it. Don't lose that skill of yours. So I think that these skills are extremely precious, and we need more filmmakers, young filmmakers like you guys, to continue in this industry. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next, Devin. So about reflect in the car park. So how did you manage to like get the entire car park, and you shot it for 2 days, right? 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, today.
Okay. So how difficult was it when you were shooting in the car park?
I mean, that particular place in that car park, that position, it's like abandoned. So it's like people free place. I mean, car free place. Normally they won't park under there. I mean, basement. That basement is like completely no one is there actually. So that is, I mean, very useful for us because there are no cars and it makes that location even more scary. So
Okay.
it's like just like that.
All
We had
right.
a very minimum crew. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Not
think
squad.
it's quite creative also as well by doing a shot in the car park. It's very smart use of the that location. It's nicely done. And that story, how did you get the like I want to know also, how did you get the idea of that two cars facing each other, but that guy is trying to turn on the initiator in his car, but it's reflecting on the other car. So how
Yeah,
did you
I mean,
get that idea?
that was very challenging because that is the first step of portraying the whole concept. That is the whole concept. Like there are only 3 to 4 scenes where it shows the concept. Like for example, first is the side mirror, and then the wiper, and then the person itself. So it's like a
Yeah.
3 to 4x. So we had a shot where you can see his shoulder and his hand where he's turning on the signal light,
Yeah.
and in front the opposite car, where you can see the signal light blinking. So that is the important shot for me because it shows the concept. I mean, I think that is where the audience will understand. Oh, it's actually reflecting.
Yeah.
What it does is reflecting. So if that, I mean, if I didn't portray that very well, if I couldn't express that very well, I mean, this might go out of the box. I mean, sorry, out of the story, like out of concept. So I think we have done it very. I mean, we have done it very. I mean, okay to. I mean, hold that concept.
Yeah, I think it was good. The choices of the shots, I think it has explained the concept, and it definitely has retained the entire audience attention throughout your film. That was very well done.
Thank you so much.
All right, my last question before I pass back to T to Besan. Um, what was the? I want to know the challenges. Okay, you were communicating with your parents one side, and then Islam also has been communicating with your parents. So, actually, to which of your direction were your parents like listening more to?
Okay, they're my parents, so I had more rights, to yell at them if they did something wrong, So, yeah, at some point I tried to cross my, I don't know, so I tried to yell at them. Why you do this and do that? And then Islam comes in to calm down, let me talk to them because for my parents, Islam is like a third person, so
Yeah.
they had a very good relationship with Islam, more than better than me. So yeah, but Islam also helped a lot, to direct them because it's as a part of as a short film. Yeah, we had a role like director, DOP, but on set we actually did everything together. So yeah, but yeah, I'm the one that directed them. But also Islam put his part a lot to talk to them. Because he was very calm to the cast. Because for him, they are cast, and then for me, it's like my parents and my own parents. So
Yeah.
it's a bit, you know, uh, kind of like hard, to learn that, how to like, direct non-professional actors. Even more, they are your own parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I know it's after I did everything, then I I rewatched the film, then I like learned a lot, like yeah, I made a mistake here, maybe I do even more better. And the good thing is right now I'm doing a documentary about my
Uh-huh.
parents also,
Nice. Nice.
documenting them, so it's even more like I'm have a better understanding from my till the end, even more understanding. I'm doing a documentary about them. Yep.
Nice. That's really sweet. So did your parents at one point they're like, Vasan, what is this? We don't want to do this anymore. Can you stop bringing the camera to us? How did you able to manage that kind of awkwardness of them in front of the camera? How you
They
manage
actually
that?
they actually very calm because
Okay.
they know it's my son, so they're very calm to me, and they work really hard, because they are kind of also they cannot sit down like very long
Mm,
time.
yeah.
So yeah, they contributed a lot in this Yiridiwari short film,
Mm-hmm.
and the credit goes to them. And when I first tell to them I want to make a short film about both of you, and then they asked me, but the script has something like crying scene. I said, no crying scene, anything. Just normal script. Just live how you guys are doing right now. Just live your life different off camera. That's it.
Yeah.
And
Okay, that was very nice, very nice. Please, I think I've enjoyed watching your parents. I thought they were very. It's nice. I think at some point, I do see some. I noticed some awkwardness of them, but I still enjoyed seeing them on screen because it was very natural. So they were real life couples, and whatever they do, the conversation they had, it was very nice to watch them on screen. It was really sweet stories. All right, T. So over to you.
Yep. Okay, so this is why I do some corporate thing lah. Okay, because we gotta get the views in. So audience voting ends tomorrow sharp at 11:59 p.m. So whoever haven't watched it, or if you already watched it, help your friends win. You guys can press refresh, keep pressing refresh or something. Get the
Yeah.
final push, create many smurf accounts or whatever. You know the drill. So get it done. Tomorrow is the last day for you guys to have a say in the audience choice award, and it's quite a lot. I mean, boleh lah, it's not that much money. It's first year, so forgive us for 500 ringgit first. Next year hopefully we'll have like 1,000 or 10,000 lah, hopefully.
Yeah. Hopefully in
Yeah,
future.
yeah, NGO also what to do. The non-profit organization, I mean, not NGO.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, what to do again. So yeah, tomorrow is the last one for audience, and also like I said just now, tomorrow is also the day that the juries will give their final decision for the jury's award. So yeah, that's tomorrow's story lah. And speaking of Wesson, just now he said he's doing a documentary. I'm very interested in knowing what you guys have planned after this.
Yeah. What are your future plans? Please do share. Visan have shared documentary, and or anything else coming up after that?
for me, yeah, documentary. After this, I'm studying, right? I'm a student, so next year I'm doing FYP.
Okay.
So I thought, so we have like like a do a FYP about like a parents concept, not about my parents, but the parents concept, like couple concept, So I had a plan, but we have to finish our documents, then we can know what we're gonna do for the future. Yeah, that's for me.
Right. Thank you, Visan. How about Hari?
Hello. Yeah. So for our future plan for Mockup Films, actually, we just plan to join more festivals, make more films, and really connect with the film community in Malaysia. As you know, Miri is very far in Sarawak, very small town as well, so we don't get a lot of film communities. So I appreciate uh, the people that I'm meeting here now. So yeah. So we just want to make more friends, and in my films, we would like to focus more on our Sarakan culture. So if you notice from Maon as well, we try to use our indigenous language. I'm from the indigenous tribe myself, so uh, this kind of language is hardly ever heard of from other parts of Malaysia. So we're trying to promote that and promote our culture through film as well.
That's very nice, Harry. And I think that you should continue making films featuring indigenous languages, because yeah, what you said is very true. Because not many people are featuring that. So just for that, so please keep making films, okay?
All right,
Yeah,
will do.
we need more East Malaysian filmmakers. Like, to be very
Yeah.
honest, there's this thing called the Semenanjung privilege. We have a lot of that right now. We need some East Malaysian filmmakers to really calm us down a little bit lah. So please keep making films. Like, we need to hear more stories from the east side of Malaysia. It's important for the country as well.
Yeah.
We don't forget about the other two states that are there.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Prema?
Okay. For right now, I don't really have any plans yet, as I quite packed with my full-time job. But I'm trying my level best to get more opportunities to learn more about filmmaking. Because as far as I know about myself, there's so much more things that I have to learn about filmmaking or short films. There's a lot. So whenever it's possible, I try to join talk shows or webinar. So I think if it's possible, I still want to talk about mental illness more. So I think my real focus is about this for right. I just want to talk about more about depression, anxiety, traumas, more about it, with the hope that more people will be open up to me to share more stories about that. So far that's all. Or maybe about COVID. Yeah, small stories about COVID. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully, hopefully.
I worked on a like an audio fiction narrative. It's on Spotify. Shameless plug, but yeah. Uh, it's doing research for that. We found out that during COVID, mental illnesses are a very serious problem. So yeah, there is some material that you can pick up on.
Sure, thank you.
Devendra?
Hi. Basically, I'm not a film student. We are not. I mean, our crew, our production crew is not. None of them are film students. So we do films. I mean, we learn films by doing films. So maybe in my future plans, more films, more festivals, like more experience, something like that. Maybe different kind of circle. Collaborating with different people, just like we are collaborating with others. We learn. Technically, we became stronger than before. So hopefully we collaborate with other filmmakers in Penang, in other states maybe. When I travel to Terengganu, I'll make films there also with new crew. So yeah, we learn with the people. I mean, we learn from the people around us. So, and I just want to wish good luck to others also. And I just want to say, Hari, when he said those words, like he stands more like a leader for me when he says those words. When he says that he want to do films for his culture, his state, it's like a leader more than a director. So I just want to wish you good luck, man. Do well, everyone. Yeah, all the best. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, don't feel that just because you're not a film student, there's like people who studied film learned more than you. Honestly, me speaking as a film student myself, I'm quite dumb. Like, I'm only as smart as like a normal person. Like, filmmaking is honestly, it's it's not about being smart lah. It's about telling story the right way, or there's not even a right way. Finding out there's no right way and just doing it doing it the way your heart wants it, not the way that.
Agree.
Yeah. So there is a lot to learn, but there will always be a lot to learn. There will never be a spot where you just go like, okay, I've learned enough. So yeah, keep pushing. Yeah. Mugen?
Okay, from my part, there are a couple of films that are still pending to release. Hopefully, they will release by this year or maybe by the early next year. And I have quite a number of scripts. One is for a sequel. If you heard about KIQ Kadol in Quarantine, there's a sequel for that short film, and we are also planning to do the project that actually stopped in the middle of the MCU, and we are starting to gather people, and we just wanted to start the project as soon as possible. And then we are planning to do a pilot film and pitch it to any possible producers as fast as we can. Even if it's Netflix, we are fine with it. We just wanted to go further. We want to do big. We want to prove as independent filmmakers we can do. People can actually how to say. You people can actually trust us when it comes to filming. And I just want to make a statement here. I want to mention two people here. One is Hari Mahendran and another one is Pavitra Narasu. They are the most underrated people, most underrated technicians at the moment. They have made quite a number of projects and they are still underrated. As a filmmaker, as a good friend, I just want to promote them, and I want people here, no matter it is director, producers, or even upcoming filmmakers, just make use of them and check on their profile and their works, and I guarantee you guys won't be disappointed. I think that's about it.
And yeah, on behalf of SC Films, we really hope that you guys do end up doing what you guys are setting out to do, or probably even better, and we just the goal of SC Films has always been that we want to introduce new faces into the industry, because let's be honest, we're all tired of the old faces, right? So if somebody wants to change something, we have to bring in new things into a certain problem, and SC Films is trying to do our part in it by introducing new faces into the film industry, and telling people that that they're not the only people in this industry anymore, and doing whatever it takes to tell people that this is the standard now. And we hope that you guys will have a very, very great careers ahead of you, whether it's in film or whether if somehow your path changes for the good or whatever. You never know, how you can't predict life. So whatever happens, we hope it's for the great, for the better, and we from SC Films can only support you for whatever you guys are doing. And and thank you so much, guys. Like I said, all 6 of your films have been a joy to watch. It's very unique. Our first year of doing something like this could not have gone any better. So we are just hoping that next year could surpass this year, and that's the way forward lah. So next year, maybe, I don't know, maybe more prizes.
Yes, more prizes, and
Yeah.
yeah, and we're excited to see more great film. I think this first year you all have sent like the bar, you all have set the bar. So and and we are also like through all six of you or all six stories, we are also telling what we actually see, what we give importance to. And so yes, and congratulations to all of you, and I wish all of you the very best. Whether it's going to be film or non-film projects in your life, just go ahead, do it, and just keep in touch with all of us. If you guys perhaps we could have like a networking session, or we can have like a proper, let's say everything is the case is all gone and we can meet in person. Yeah, we can always have like meeting with all of you here. And to everybody who's watching this session right now on Facebook and also YouTube, so don't forget to watch all these six films that we have talked about today. We talked about Maun till the end, just shut up, save your breath, reflect, and also conqueror. So please do watch it, and you have about about 24 hours more to go. So watch it.
Subscribe.
Yes. Oh, don't forget to subscribe as films as well. And yeah, and we will see all of you real soon with the announcement of winners for the audience choice and also for the jury's award.
Yep. And also give a like on our Facebook page. And I think we can end this live session right now.
Yep.
But if the filmmakers can wait after the session, we can take a photo and like we can talk off the record. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, give me a moment here, guys, because like how we started, we have to stay still for a while to end the stream. So
Okay.
yeah.
So thank you to everybody who have watched, who have stayed with us till this long.
Okay. Okay. Awkward stay still thing.